ratings at all costs. Okay.
I mean, I'll take one for the team if it gives us more money.
All right, yeah. No, that's fair.
Sure, yeah.
Hey, everybody. It's People Talk, episode 2. We're here with our guest, Nico Sykes, who happens to be the mayor. No big deal.
Hello.
Wow.
That's me. Yeah. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, so we're all here in this room together. It's me, Theodore Matherson. You're one of the two hosts, and then the second and equal host, sitting opposite me, is Lizard Mayonnaise.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Nico. Hello, Theodore.
Wait, Lizard Mayonnaise? Is that your actual name?
That is my real name, yeah.
No shit.
Legal.
It's on all of her licenses.
Did your parents hate you?
I think they just loved reptiles and condiments more than they loved me, which is fine, I guess.
I mean, I feel like I don't know your full backstory, Lizzie, but I feel like that kind of thing has a potential to build serious character in a person, you know?
Yeah, I always try to hide it, but now I'm kind of a bit like, it is what it is, you know? Lizards are cute, mayonnaise is average.
Mayonnaise is pretty good.
I think it depends on what you're using the mayonnaise on, but agreed.
In moderation, I think people can go a little bit mayonnaise crazy. Like I've seen people just eating a spoonful of mayonnaise, and that does make me
No, thank you.
That's horrible.
That really is pure nightmare fuel. But just a little,
That's awful.
A little layer on a nice Sammy, a little cucumber sandwich.
Yeah. It's not too bad on a sandwich, but yeah, don't go crazy with it. Don't eat a spoonful of mayonnaise. That's weird.
Please tell me that our mayor isn't a Miracle Whip guy.
If there's no mayonnaise, sure, but normally no.
Wait, what's Miracle Whip?
Ooh, you guys wouldn't have Miracle Whip, of course. And I guess if you've just seen it like on the shelves here, if you didn't grow up with it, then why would you even want to try it? It's sort of like mayonnaise. It's like it's mayonnaise adjacent.
It is mayonnaise adjacent, yes.
It's like a sweet mayonnaise.
What?
But not in like a good way. Sorry, Nico.
No, you're good. I was just agreeing.
That sounds very fucked up. Is it like light and fluffy?
Kinda.
Oh my god, I'm gagging. What
I mean,
the hell?
It's very close to mayonnaise texture, but it's a little different because it's made with I think it's just made with oil. And I don't think there's any egg in it. But it's not like Japanese mayonnaise, like Kewpie mayo. Like it's kind of sweet, but it's good.
I like that.
I've never had that one. Pretty good?
Oh, it's super good.
Okay.
Oh, very good. Well, I mean, if you've ever had sushi and like they've been like with spicy yum yum sauce, and it was probably Kewpie based.
Oh, okay.
You probably have had it. God damn it!
We need to have like bollards next to the fire hydrant.
Every week, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that we're catching you at the end of your term, Nico.
Why is that?
Because you could do something about that. You've experienced it now, and you could pass legislation.
I'll just park a car on top of it and call it good.
Oh,
you don't even have to be mayor for that.
That actually might be the move.
Yeah,
we'll
it's hard to hit something when a car's just parked there.
Just park a weasel van on every hydrant around the building when we
Exactly. Then who's gonna hit it? Nobody.
Well, there could be people that want to mess with us that would be like, "We're gonna take those vans."
Yeah, but do you think they'd have the context to know what you're doing? Like, would they?
No, they wouldn't.
Would they have the wherewithal to understand that, like, this van's on top of a fire hydrant if I move it?
No, they wouldn't. Absolutely, they for sure wouldn't. But they would take the van out of spite, and that would still fuck me. Even if they don't know how they're fucking me.
Either way, you're getting fucked, and not in a good way.
Either way. God damn it! The hydrant always fucks us.
It's kind of like a hate fuck with a van.
I don't want to think about that. That sounds like a Cannibal
Oh.
Corpse song.
That that very well could be. Next album. I just leaked it.
I copulated with a van, and also I Love the Devil by Cannibal Corpse.
I'd listen to that song.
Speaking,
Would you?
speaking of songs,
Maybe like a hate listen.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of songs, okay.
So I was on a bit of a trip. When I went to Vice City last month, I took a little detour over to Egypt. No big deal.
Wow.
Casually travels to Egypt, he says.
Mr. Worldwide.
I casually went over to Egypt, and I was in the Valley of the Kings, and I was exploring a tomb that nobody had happened to explore before. And
how very
just by chance.
fortunate. Yeah, how very fortunate.
And I saw this inscription on the wall. It looked like a massive pizza pie. Okay.
Okay.
And it had an uppercase L, like one of our L's, carved in the middle of the pizza. And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Wow.
I was like, "God damn! How did they know about L's and pizza? The Egyptians were crazy." And then underneath it, what's the term for what like sheet music is written on? What is that format called?
Composition?
Carved into the wall was an entire just line of sheet music, and it had lyrics attached to it. And I used a device to scan it and reproduce it as a proper song.
Oh, is that so?
And I believe that this is an ancient Egyptian prophecy that Lucetti should use this song to advertise in the future.
Oh, okay.
And if they
do
don't,
you have the song here today?
Yes, I do. But the last part of the inscription was that if they don't use it, that great calamities will befall all who dine upon pizza.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
That doesn't sound good. I think you need to use it, Nico.
Yeah, I probably am gonna have to use it.
So, should I play it for everybody? I've got it right here on this laptop.
Yeah, go ahead and play it. Let's hear it.
I'm gonna hit the button. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we've cleaned out the refrigerator. I think we're just about ready to build the perfect pizza. Pizza! P-I-C-C-A. Pizza! Did I happen to say I want pizza? P-I-C-C-A. I want pizza! And bring me some chicken, throw it on top, and make me finger licking.
This is kind of a bop, I'm not gonna lie.
Meatball with cream pouring like waterfalls.
It's not bad.
Here's a little sausage to make it hot. Here's a lot of ice cream to hit the spot. Toss the fish, let it fly. Fly, fly. Pizza pie. Pizza! P-I-Z-Z-A. Give me pizza! Want to rise like a souffle. Give me pizza! P-I-Z-Z-A. I want pizza! mashed potatoes. And what about this fried green tomatoes? Batters up, catches ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, spaghetti, pasta. Put it in the pizza. Fish sticks. Put it in the pizza. Ketchup. Put it in the pizza. Meatloaf. Put it in the pizza. Pizza. P-I-Z-Z-A. Give me pizza. Add some tacos. Pizza. I want pizza in my mouth, man. P-I-Z-Z-A. I want pizza. Cause the queen some gourmet. I want pizza. P-I-Z-Z-A. Give me pizza. How much does it weigh?
So I'm
yeah.
really sorry that that I just maintained eye contact with you the entire time that played.
Yeah, yeah. You know, you made it a little awkward, but you sent home the message of the song too.
I think it's a really important historical relic that needs to be preserved. I'm sorry it was kind of
Yeah.
long.
No, that's quite all right.
I think the length made it even better.
I think it did.
Because
Yeah.
You know, I think I learned how to spell pizza.
there's like a point when you're like, this can't go on any further, and you're getting kind of mad, and then it keeps going, and then it totally turns you around by the end. It finishes on a strong note.
It does. You know, I am surprised that the ancient Egyptians knew about fading a song out.
It was
Impressive.
and it was all just inscribed in stone,
Right. Did they write fade out on it?
you know, in their own way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all I
Very
did was
interesting.
scan it. They somehow knew how to make it compatible with my music scanner. They're honestly a fascinating culture.
Apparently they were light years ahead of us, but also somehow behind.
But
Honestly, we're so blessed to have that influence on our life right now.
Yeah, really. You know, my life feels enriched after experiencing this.
I mean, you know, like, would we even have cats without them?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure cats might still exist without them.
Well, yeah, they'd still exist, but they would probably be our enemies.
Would they?
Yeah. Well,
Are cats not our enemies anyway?
I don't think so. I think that
I don't think they are. No.
I would say they're tied with dogs for best friend position.
Mm-hmm. I'd agree with that.
Are you not? Do you not like cats, Lizzie?
I'm not a hater. I simply believe that. Okay, so no cat I've ever met has liked me, and I don't know if that says more about me than it does about cats. But I always seem to get like the wrong end of the cat's kindness.
I mean, you could have had bad luck. Cats vary a lot. I've run into cats that were definitely dickheads, but I've also run into dogs that were dickheads too. Like,
True.
It you know, it depends on how they're raised.
So really, it's the human.
It's always the human.
Yep, always.
Wow.
Pit bulls can be real nice guys, but you know, if they're raised properly, they are built to be killing machines. They were bred for that, but they don't have to be like that.
No, I've met a few nice pit bulls in my life.
I got the. Never mind. That's a bad story for the podcast. We should probably kick things onto a serious note.
Serious? Okay.
We're gonna get real serious now.
Oh man.
So the term is coming to an end. You're at the end of the mayoral road, Mr. Sykes. How do you feel about that?
You know, I had a lot of fun with it. I feel like there was a lot of things that got done that people don't see, which is okay because that'll make it easier for people in the future, right? For future mayors, it'll hopefully make their job easier. Um, there's a lot of learning on I think every side in this one because being the first mayor, nothing was really set in, no, nothing was set up, nothing was, you know, existing. So it was just kind of a lot of testing and a lot of just kind of seeing what fit, what didn't, you know, things like that. So
You
I think,
you basically had to build all the pipelines, all the political infrastructure.
yeah, yeah, basically. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm ready for a break. I'm ready for somebody else to do it for a little while at least. But I don't want that to, scare people away from doing it.
You got
You know,
any? Well, yeah, it shouldn't be scary because I mean,
mm,
you did the really bad part.
right. At this point, all you have to do is kind of come in and, you know, do what you want to do, basically. Within reason, obviously. But
Yeah, definitely like no embezzling city funds.
right,
I mean, embezzle city funds at your own risk.
right. I mean, you're gonna. I wouldn't recommend that.
I
I'm just
wouldn't
gonna say
either,
that
but it's a free country. But you just got
it
to
is a free
accept.
country.
You just got to accept the consequences of your actions. I think that's the important thing.
Yes, yes, that's a very important thing to realize. Yes. The other important thing, though.
Hey, Nico and Lizzie, how about the two of you just shut the hell up for a second and let me tell you about this week's sponsor, Burger Shot. Did you know they have a new special on their menu? It's called 2 burgers, 1 cup. Now look, let me break it down for you. You got the 2 burgers, and that's pretty simple. It's just 2 regular burgers. But the key here to this whole thing is the cup. See, in that cup is the stuff called meteorite, and it's basically ice cream. It's ice cream adjacent. I'll put it that way. It's a frozen dairy product, to be perfectly, 100% legal. But look, they've got 2 flavors, and if you're like a little basic baby boy, I get it. You're gonna go for that double chocolate. It's good. Nobody's judging you, but like clearly you're not very adventurous, But listen here. If you're a real mature adult, you're gonna get that orango tang with the complex blending of citrus and vanilla notes. It's a vanilla orange swirl. You can't go wrong. That's some real grown up shit, guys. Get that one. My recommendation, and this is definitely not because Burger Shot paid the podcast. I really mean this as a human being. I would say you go buy 1,000,000 of these things, and if you don't, Weasel News is gonna publish a hit piece about you on your birthday. So that's really all I had to say. I'm glad I'm glad the rest of the guys on the podcast are being so quiet so I could say this, because I definitely said it to their faces. And yeah, let's just get back to some mayor stuff. How about that? Hey Nico, hit it.
The other important thing, though, is when you're in office. I think when you make decisions, when you're working with, for the example, the police department or like the community, you have to remember that any action you make can affect, one side or the other. Not everybody's gonna like everything you do, but you kind of just got to do your best to make the majority happy, and then kind of just, take scrutiny from the minority of it. But overall, I recommend it. It's a good time. If you like helping people, if you don't like helping people, probably don't do it.
That would be a weird. That would be a weird path to take if you didn't like people. I think.
Well, do you know how many people ask me, "Hey, Nico, how much do you get paid for that job?" I wanna maybe, be mayor next time. Joke's on them. I get no money for being the mayor, which I'm fine with. But
Right.
There's a lot of people who are like, oh, you don't get paid? I don't want to do that.
Yeah, well, those people are clearly in it for the wrong reasons.
Yep.
That's why the position
Exactly.
doesn't pay.
Right.
It's not
It's
a
gotta
bug,
be
it's a feature.
right. Well, and it's also just, you know, be there for the people, not for yourself, kind of thing.
And I mean, would you say that? I mean, you already owned a business, so I guess
Mhm.
you didn't. I don't really know like what your level of involvement is with your private business, but I mean the mayor work wasn't like so all consuming that you couldn't provide for yourself, was it?
No. So I thankfully have a very great crew that I have over at Luchetti's, and they were able to keep things going while I was busy. You know, if I had meetings or anything, they could keep it going. But it wasn't, the mayor stuff wasn't so busy that I, couldn't take a day to go over there and make sure things are going all right, and even work myself. So yeah, it was not all consuming.
You're being awful quiet over there, Lizzie.
It suddenly hit me that I think I should be mayor next.
Oh, okay, go for it.
Wait,
I think
wait, really?
yeah, I think I should girl boss this. Yeah.
No,
I think I'd actually be a terrible mayor because I hate helping people.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
I can't tell what's I
Okay.
can't tell what's a bit and what's not a bit. What's a bit for the pod? Which part of that was real?
I don't want to be mayor. Thank you.
I was about to be like,
Nico...
do we have an official first
Holy
first
shit.
first person running for mayor next round?
Big scoop. Live
definitely
on
not
Sizzle
from
News.
me, but
Definitely not from you. Okay.
maybe in the future when I grow a conscience and a heart.
Maybe.
Maybe if you
Because you were talking about embezzling funds, and I was thinking, actually, that sounds like a great idea.
Okay, yeah. Good. Well, good thing we recorded all this, so now.
Yep.
More evidence for anything legal. Okay.
I'm keeping
Yeah.
this in.
Yeah, please do.
Do
Please
either
do.
of
Yeah,
y'all
leave it
have
right there.
any predictions for who would be running? I've got a couple.
I'm not sure, if I'm honest. I mean, I have a few people who I think might be, but I'm not sure if they actually are. They expressed interest the first time around, but they didn't end up doing it. So I'm curious to see if they come through.
I feel like this role was kind of made for you, though, Nico. And I'm not saying you have to do it forever. Other people can get involved in things, but I think you have, you inspired the position, and I think people might not know how to fill those shoes. And that's a testament to you. That's you're a great guy for it.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how to react to that, actually. I would say, don't. Right, that's the thing, right? Because everybody knows me, and I don't want people to be scared of doing something that I don't know. I don't want them to be afraid to go either against me or things that I've done, things like that. Just do your thing.
Because how much of it because you were the first, a lot of it was you setting stuff up and creating the position. How much was the balance of you doing that and you actually being able to sort things out for the city?
There was a lot of setup, I would say. A lot of things. Now, I'm not saying I didn't get to do any fun stuff, because when it came to the Easter stuff and things like that, I got to help kind of plan some of these things out.
Right.
So it was kind of nice to be able to bring some joy to people through that. And then also, there's a few laws that I was able to get changed, things like that. So I mean, did I get as much done as I wanted to? I'm gonna say no, I did not. If I go through this again, which inevitably I will, because I'm a glutton for punishment and putting myself through way too much work. I would say I have plans if I do it again, and if anybody who is going to be running needs ideas, I've got them for you. Feel free to poke me about it. I'm not afraid to help somebody out who's gonna be up and running next.
Hot
Did
prediction.
you-
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Oh,
No, go
did
easy.
you leave anything, like any of the setup up? So, like, is the next person gonna have to come in and like sort anything out, or can they just like put what they want on it? Do you think?
Unless they have something they want set up that I didn't think of, everything should be there. The foundation to build upwards is all there. It's all in place, So whether it's the ways to communicate with PD, whether it's the ways to communicate with a regular civilian through means on Vibe or through emails, things like that, everything is set up for success, hopefully. Not to say there isn't going to be anything that comes up that, like I said, I didn't think of, but I've tried to build everything around my experience so that way, hopefully, next go around, they won't have to kind of fumble through a few of the things that I had.
Right, for sure. I think that's it was good that it was you, because I think you've got that like brain to sort that out, and now other people can come in and make it their own.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully,
Me
I didn't
too.
fuck it up too bad.
I sort of think that every mayor will have some grappling with infrastructure to do. I think that
Right.
that's going to be kind of an like. There's always going to be something that needs to be fiddled with on that
Right.
end.
Right, and there's always going to be a can I do this or can I not kind of thing as well. Like through my whole term, it's one of those things where I struggle with, can I do this? Can I not do this? Let's find out. And so then I just kind of do it and see what happens. So that would be another word of advice to the whoever's going next. Don't be afraid to just do something and see what happens.
I think
Unless
that's
it's gonna be, unless you're going like super crazy. Like don't be like, I'm gonna not launch a nuke or some shit. Like don't do that.
we're gonna nuke Kyle. I think we're launching an invasion on Kyle. I'm starting a volunteer mayoral army. I think that that's just good life advice in general. Always, I always try to live by that. Ask forgiveness rather than permission.
Exactly. Because I mean, I don't know if you remember back when I first started being the mayor. I got really frustrated at one point with having to wait to hear back from people about things, and so specifically the speed limit, right? The speed limit situation.
Oh yeah, and then you just
I
just
just
did it.
fucking posted on Vibe and said this is what it is, and people were like, "Fuck yeah!" And I was like, "Good, all right, everybody's cool with that." And then the next day, the legal offices messaged me and they were like, you can't do that." And I was like, "All right, well, now that I've fucking lit a fire under your ass, let's see what we got to do."
Yeah, I
So.
definitely think that was a good move. Because
Yeah.
you would have been waiting so much longer had you just kept waiting.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't mean to talk bad about our legal department. They do a great job, and everybody over there is pretty great people, minus Godric. Fuck him. But
Yeah, no.
yeah, I
He-
think everybody
heard
over there
he
does
hates
good
you.
work. He allegedly he does. And I don't even know why. It's a good question. But yeah, no, I mean, a lot of good people over there. Sometimes it's just a very slow process. They're very busy people, living their lives and stuff. So
Hot political prediction.
Hmm.
I think potentially we could have a James Deacon and a Dumpster Dan run for this term.
James Deacon was definitely one of my predictions.
He was one of mine too.
Yeah, I don't know if Dan might run. If Dan runs, I'm gonna be happy to see that. I'm gonna be happy to see that. Just because he adds a little bit of spice and flair.
I think either of them would be good for it. Those are my predictions. As far as legality is concerned, for anybody listening that might want to run for mayor, the way things are running currently, if you have felonies on your record, you can't be the mayor. However,
Correct.
if you initiate the expungement procedure, you're totally fine to run for mayor, so long as everything's expunged before voting starts, which will be probably 10 days from now.
Shit, 10 days. Dang.
Maybe 14.
Oh, okay. I got 14 more day, motherfuckers. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe
Just kidding.
14 from right now.
Counting down the days, ticking
And-
off your calendar.
And that's from when
You know,
we're
every-
recording, not from when this goes
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. You know, every day somebody asks me, how much longer are you the mayor? And I'm like, I don't know, like 2 days or something. And it's been like a week.
It should have. The term should have ended a while ago, but the city got a little tumultuous.
Yeah, some stuff happened. You know, we don't have to rehash all that, but
No, definitely
Yeah,
not.
it was,
But everybody knows.
mhm.
Would it? Go, Lizzie. You know things. You can say things.
Do I know things? Is that real?
I don't know what you're insinuating here.
What's your biggest regret from your time in office, not just in life in general? I mean, we could turn this into like a Nico life lesson.
A Nico life lesson, yeah.
I
Yeah,
would
that's
I
gonna
would
be-
happily take that, but maybe that's a bit too deep.
That might be a bit too deep, yeah.
Yeah.
Biggest, so you said biggest regret?
Yeah.
I don't know if I really have any regrets because a lot was accomplished. Like I said, I guess my biggest regret is that a lot of the things I did weren't really like front facing, right? You know, think of it
Right.
like development work when you're making like an application or something like that. There's somebody, or like a website, there's somebody who does the back end work and somebody who does the front end work. A lot of what I did would be considered the back end, and then you know, the person who does the front end, you know, makes it all nice and pretty. Well, I didn't get to do a whole lot of that, but like I said, a lot of it was foundation setting stuff and things like that. So my biggest regret, I guess, would be not doing things that made it look like I did more, even though I promised I did stuff.
I think people can appreciate that though. I don't think people are going to be like annoyed with you for that.
No, I don't think so. I think it's one of those things where it's like it's been, you know, I've been quiet in terms of mayoral things, but I promise you there have been meetings and all sorts of stuff. Our office started taking on like, you know, business applications and things like that. So I've had to not review, but I've had to have like meetings with people who are seeking out business ownership, things like that. So I promise you I've been busy, even though it may not always look like it.
I think that was a good thing to cover for sure, because you know, definitely out on the street, it's not the prevailing opinion, but I've definitely heard people say it before.
Yeah, I've seen a few posts myself, and I'm like, if you only knew how many hours I've spent doing this. But you know, it is what it is. It's not that big a deal. I'm not too worried about it. You know, you're always gonna have people who don't quite agree with what you're doing, so you kind of just have to.
Yeah, that's par for the course, especially in politics.
But maybe not even that if they like disagree with it. Maybe they just don't, because they don't see it. Like they're not gonna understand that. Like actually, it's just the tip of the iceberg.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly.
Like I'm still finishing something up, but I'm still going through. And I've been going through this for a while, but it's a lot, let me tell you. But I've been going through the penal codes and revising some of them. It's taken me for fucking ever. But I promise you that you won't see it, but it's there. And I've spent, I don't even know how many hours on it, but just you know, things like that where it's not front facing, you won't see it, but I promise you I've been doing a lot.
It's like those babies where they have their toy in front of them and then you take it away and like you put it under like a pillow or a blanket or something, and they think that it's gone missing forever, and they're like, where's it gone? I can't see it, it's disappeared. And then you like bring it back and you're like, your toy's back, and they're really happy. Have you seen those videos?
I have seen those videos, yeah.
They're cute. I love babies. Exactly like your mayoral run.
Yes, we can summarize my mayoral run in that. Fantastic. I love it.
That penal code thing, it did sound pretty intense. We didn't talk about any specifics, and that's
No,
for the
I
best.
can't,
'Cause,
but-
yeah, that's not appropriate. But you did tell me
Right.
the amount of work that it like you quantified how much you had to go through, and I was taken aback. That's a lot of work. That's a lot. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
it's like, on top of, so you have to consider, right, on top of running a business, and obviously, now I've adopted Carl, who is a handful, but I love him.
You've adopted
so
Carl Izumi.
yeah.
What
Little
happened
guy.
to? What happened to?
Oh, he's
what about
still
the
there.
DA?
He's still around, yeah. But well, I mean, Carl was an orphan. Like he wasn't, he's not like Dakota's actual child.
Well, yeah, but I thought he had adopted him and given him his last name, and
Oh, he did that.
I
He did
I
that.
didn't know.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole nother mess, right? That's a whole thing I can go into. But basically, to sum it up in very simple terms, Dakota is his legal guardian, as am I, at this point in time.
Hold on. So, would you say that you and Dakota are Carl's two dads?
Technically, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Carl has two dads, and they're Nico Sykes and Dakota Izumi.
Correct. Yes.
All right, I think I just got my clip.
Oh, what kind of clip?
For the teaser.
Ah, okay. Yes.
No, Carl's a good kid. I've bumped into him many times.
Yeah. He's like I said, he's a handful. But yeah, the kid's funny as heck. He swears like a sailor, I promise.
I ran over him one time.
Wait.
Yeah, I was going.
Yeah.
I was going really fast in my Glendale. Well, as fast as a Glendale goes, and I didn't see him. And that's on me. You shouldn't speed. And I
Right.
just fucking annihilated him. I probably broke every bone in his body. I had to take him to the hospital. I felt so bad about it.
Jesus.
I had to pay him some hush money. And everything said on this podcast
Yeah, I
is
was gonna
purely
say.
fictitious. And any resemblance
Nothing
to real
is
life
real.
is purely coincidental.
Yeah.
But I definitely didn't pay a child.
Nice
hush
disclaimer
money.
there.
I wouldn't do that, but it's a funny story. I did pay a small child hush money to.
Right. I mean, he didn't tell me about it, so it must not have happened, right?
Right. Well, fictionally,
Yeah.
he didn't tell you about it because
Yeah.
But there's
Did your brain just stop there?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I just popped his circuit right there. No, he's a
I got you.
long story short. He's a cool kid though.
Yeah.
You've
he's
got
cool
such a
kid.
big family. Like every time I meet someone new, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm
It's a
Nico's
mess.
something."
Can we get into
Yeah, it's
that?
a
Huge.
mess. Do you really want to?
Yeah, I think that's good content.
All right.
How many people are in the extended Sykes family?
Oh fuck, I don't know. I'd have to look at a family tree, and I don't know if I have one somewhere.
This is giving very much Kris Jenner on Ellen vibes, and she says, "Name all your grandchildren," and Kris Jenner can't remember all of her grandchildren's names.
No, I mean, like, I can name all my kids, but like,
Oh yeah, go on then.
She goes, "Go on then."
Prove it.
She's like, "Fucking prove it." All right, yeah, we got Caleb, we got S, we got Benny, Garrett, we got Twinkie, Stinky, and then we got Carl.
That's a range.
How many was that?
Yeah,
I was.
that was 7.
My God.
You've been very busy.
You've got some.
Oh wait, and Cletus. There's Cletus. I forgot about him.
How many of those?
The reason I forgot about him is he's not around very much. So.
How many? That guy robbed the shit out of me one time.
Did he really?
Yeah, I got everything.
Are you
back.
sure there was definitely 2 Cletuses in this city.
It was Cletus Buckwheat.
Not that Cletus, different
Okay.
Cletus.
I got all this stuff back, so it didn't matter in the long run. But It was the.
That's a different Cletus.
I've
yeah.
only been robbed twice. And that one was. Hey, what the fuck? He came up to me I was just pumping gas up in Sandy Shores, and he just ran up to me and just barely said anything. I was like, hey, I'm gonna find you.
Yeah, different Cletus, but I was aware of that one for a short time.
It ended up being, it ended up being all right. That guy was all right.
Yeah.
I didn't mind him
Mhm.
once we got to know each other.
Mhm.
It was a bad meeting.
Yeah.
We worked through it.
Uh,
I figured out who his boss was, and I was like, hey, that ain't cool. We're friends. Why would you let your people do that?
why would you do that? Chances are his boss didn't even know.
He didn't even know.
Right. Yeah, I know who his boss is.
And and then his boss was like, give all that stuff back. Don't be a dingus.
Yeah. Yeah. His boss was cool though. I did like him. I miss him. He's not around too much anymore.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah.
I do miss those
Have
guys.
you got a favorite child?
Have I got a favorite? If I pick a favorite, they're gonna murder me.
Who's even gonna
If they listen to this.
Who's even gonna listen this far in?
You're safe.
One of them.
Honestly.
Yeah, this would be a
I'm
good way to find out.
This would be a good way to find out. Shit, I don't know. They're all, well, not all of them, but a lot of them are my favorite for different reasons.
So then,
tough.
technically, there is no favorite.
Technically, there is no favorite. You're right.
That's kind of boring.
It is kind of boring, but if we're gonna go ahead and pick a favorite, I would say Carl, because that kid makes me laugh like no one's business. And if you can make me laugh, that's gonna make me like you a lot more.
We could amend it from who's your favorite child to which child brings you the most joy, and that would be Carl.
It would probably be Carl, yeah.
Yeah, so
That's cute.
the rest of you kids, you better listen up because you ain't pulling your weight.
Step the fuck up.
You gotta step up because Carl is dogging on all of you as far as being.
I can feel S's eyebrow twitching from here. You ever seen anime where they get that like red like mark on their forehead? He's got that going on.
Just
yeah,
like
he's
in
got
one
that
of my
going on right
Japanese
now.
animes.
Yeah, exactly.
Lizzie can't.
Exactly.
No, I don't know what anime is. Sorry.
I
I mean, I'm now aware of what it is. I still have not partaken.
It's kind of the peak of culture.
So I'm not missing out on much. Then.
I really, I don't think you can even say that you're actually living and experiencing like the human experience if you're not an anime enjoyer.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't get to watch too much anymore, but I at least watch it every now and then.
It's all I do. I just sit in my office here at Weasel, and I just watch various shonen on my computer.
Really? What's your favorite?
There's just so many shonen series, and I love them all.
Oh, you better pick one.
Uh,
What about top 5?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, top 5. Yu Yu Hakusho. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I technically consider that shonen.
Yes.
Dragon Ball in its entirety, all of it, Dragon Ball and Z. That's one.
Right.
And I think that's it. I think I only have a top 3. What about you?
Top 3.
What about you?
I don't know if it's shonen specific, but I would say top 5 anime are gonna be definitely Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That's a great one.
Not that the original series is bad; it's just not as good.
No, Brotherhood was just so much better though. That's the crazy part. Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, Bebop for sure.
Yeah. Rurouni Kenshin.
Ooh, that's a deep cut.
Yeah. Yep. Obviously Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and all that. And then I don't know. This is a tough one. I really liked Samurai Champloo.
Okay. I was just about to. If you didn't say that, I was gonna go. What did you think about Champloo?
Champloo was really good.
Champloo
really good.
Is indeed fire.
Yeah.
One thing I like about Shampoo, as far as English dubs go,
Yeah.
they used like a lot of the same cast that they used for Bebop, and they're produced by the same people. So it's just funny to see those like Bebop voices, but like in different. It was just neat. Anyway,
Different
Lizzie's over there.
characters.
Lizzie's over there, just dead at this point. You guys can't see, but Lizzie is literally deceased. She's turned blue. There's flies going around her. It's a nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah.
Decaying, for sure.
Yeah. You know, Corpse Grinder is gonna write a song about her.
Oh my god, please, I'd love that.
It's gonna be another classic, another banger.
Yeah, another banger.
You got anything left, Lizzie?
Any pressing questions?
Okay, what's been your favorite highlight of being mayor now that this is finishing?
My favorite highlight, like
Yeah.
as far as like my favorite thing I've done, or just like the best part of just like in general.
Yeah. Okay, both. Yeah. What's been the best thing that you've done, and then the best thing that's like happened to you?
I would say, I don't know. I'd say the best thing that I've done is the events around the city. You know, for example, like the Easter one, and then Jetty Day, stuff like that. And then obviously Pride yesterday was great.
Yeah, that was fun.
And so I like seeing people having fun. You know, smiling, having a good time. So I would say those are the best moments for me personally. And then what was the second part of that question?
The best thing that's happened to you as mayor.
The best thing that's happened to me, like because of being mayor?
No, just as like as your time as mayor. And you don't have to say having the story written about you in Weasel News by me, because that must have been a highlight. I know.
I mean, that was definitely a highlight.
I mean,
honestly, the whole thing was a highlight, right? Like
article, you know.
Yeah, written by me it's a sign that it's a great article.
Exactly. I don't know if I can pinpoint one thing. Just the whole experience has been different, very different for me. I'm not typically a politician. I don't have any sort of lawyer background or previous politics experience. You know, I just was somebody who was a guy and just wanted to make a change. So, I mean, this whole experience has been very rewarding on a multitude of levels, I would say.
That's so sweet.
What about that part where you kept screaming about building that wall?
Did I do that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
What wall?
Remember you got all those people together and everybody was chanting, "Build that wall, build that wall," you know?
No, I don't remember that. Are you
weird?
Are you sure you're thinking about me or somebody else?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was you.
I don't think that was me.
You know, you're just an independent guy, not with no political history. You just wanted to come in and you're a businessman. You're not a politician. You're a businessman, and you just wanted to make it. You just wanted to come in and make Lucid great again. You know.
Oh my god! Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, how dare you draw parallels to me and that person? I'm so mad about this right now.
There's no people. Nobody really exists.
Oh Jesus!
Nothing is real.
I think that's as good a stopping point as any.
Oh, is it?
Well, I mean, if
was that a good stopping point?
We got to be closing in on an hour. I mean, I'll go forever. I'm looking out for y'all's interest. We can keep going till the cows come home, and I'll just edit this for 1,000,000 years.
Oh, don't edit for 1,000,000 years. That sounds terrible.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you don't have any more questions for me.
Yeah, I'm finished.
All right. We'll conclude here. Thank you, dear listeners, for just being here for us in general. This was episode 2 of People Talk, brought to you by Weasel Media. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
All right, sick. We did it, guys.
Woohoo.
Hey, yo.